Right, hello there everyone, welcome back to James Redmond TV to what is a very late night Redmond roundup. Yeah, you thought I was going to go today without uploading, didn't you? You thought I was going to go 24 hours without uploading a video. I done a live stream. In fact, it has been over 24 hours. I done a live stream yesterday to the game, but I thought, you know what, I'm not gonna miss today, and I'm not gonna miss that Redmond roundup. So hopefully, if you enjoy, and only if you enjoy, then smash a like and subscribe, and let's get into today's late Redmond roundup. So, Chelsea fans, bit of an awkward one this. Didn't want you to win the Champions League, but had backed you for weeks, saying that you will win the Champions League. If you had watched these videos, then you will know that I've backed Chelsea for a very, very long time. I mean, why did I back Chelsea? I mean, it's not like they haven't beat Manchester City twice under Tuchel or anything like that. And it weren't like it was in two massive games in the Premier League and the FA Cup. And I'm just trying to say, like, you know, I'm not trying to say I told you so, but like, I told you so. I mean, and here's why, like, I believe that was going to happen. And it's not that I'm right about it, I know fuck all. But here's the thing, I foreseen Thomas Tuchel doing his thing against Pep Guardiola, and I'm going to phrase it that way, even though that might be cringy for some of you. I feel like that's the only way I can put it, because Thomas Tuchel isn't a better coach than Pep Guardiola, at least not overall, we know that, but they faced 3 times, and all 3 times, it didn't really look like City had anything for Chelsea, and even though City played well, that's what they're supposed to do, but in 3 attempts, in a short space of time, Thomas Tuchel has had Pep Guardiola's number, and it happens again in this final. Mason Mount bossed it, N'Golo Kante bossed it. I mean, how boss would it be for N'Golo Kante to actually go ahead and win the Euros in the summer? That'd be amazing, because when you think about the journey he's been on, he weren't even playing in France, and then he weren't playing in the first division in France, then he plays in the first division, then he goes to Leicester, smashes it at Leicester, wins the league for Leicester, wins the league for Chelsea, smashes it for Chelsea, wins the World Cup, friggin' wins the Champions League. Like, that's what football is about, you know what I mean? Even the goalkeeper, Mendy, people don't give him, you know, a lot of respect, but even because he's got like a great defence in front of him, but even his story is very, very inspiring. And if you look at Chelsea's record, it's unbelievable how they've won this Champions League, but it won't be talked about because they finished 4th in the Champions League. So I don't like Chelsea, but I have to give them that credit at the start of the video, man. Listen, Jurgen Klopp, when he came in the first year and he got us to a Europa League final and a League Cup final, but lost both, I still said that was a good achievement, because we hadn't been close to a final for a good few years at that point, a good 5 or 4 years, because I think the one previous was when we won the League Cup with Kenny Dalglish. Other than that, we weren't touching finals. Klopp got us there. Thomas Tuchel beat the best team in Europe. Man City are the best team in Europe. They got to the final. They finished top of the league by a landslide. It's just... And Chelsea had the number, and all it took was a change of coach. So, listen, fair play one more time to Chelsea fans, but fuck any of that business. Let's get into the next topic. So, news is coming out now that Mohamed Salah could be offered a new contract, along with a long list of Fabinho, Virgil van Dijk, Alisson, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Robertson, and also Kelleher to be added to that list. So, it looks like first it's going to be Fab, Virg, Alisson, Trent, and Robbo. They're going to be the first set of players to be offered a contract, and I believe this is going to be in a rather short space of time, possibly over the summer. And the 2 people to be added to that list is Mo Salah and is Kelleher. Now, these are 2 very interesting topics. I'll talk about Salah first, and then I'll talk about Kelleher, because I want to know what the Kelleher contract offer means, with the fact he's only played a few games. But we'll get into that. Salah, listen, he's been rumoured to be leaving the club, but I think one thing we've noticed over the weeks and weeks and weeks of these rumours surfacing about Mohamed Salah not being happy and not, you know, wanting to leave Liverpool, having his head elsewhere, possibly wanting to go Real Madrid, possibly wanting to go Barcelona, these type of teams, you know, I feel like now we can put that to bed. You know, if you talk about one player who loves his football and loves the club, I think you've got to look at Mohamed Salah. I think he does, man. And, you know, I'm not going to lie to you. And even I've misjudged it. I've always believed he's loved the club, but not as much as he truly does. I look at pictures with, you know, when we score a goal, he has got the biggest mouth out of everyone. He's there like this for like 10 seconds, just veins popping out of his neck, bones popping out. And it's a mad sight to see when people label him as selfish and stuff like this, when really he's just a dominant goal scorer in the league who absolutely saved our ass this season. Without Mohamed Salah's goals, we'd be 11th. Not 6th, not 7th, not 8th. Without his goals, we'd be 11th. We've got to really take that into consideration. And he hasn't just done it this year, which has been a shit year. He's done this over a long-ass period of time. He's done this since he's joined the damn club. People said he was going to be a one-season wonder. I want to speak to them same people and address the question to them people. What are you saying now? Because only if 4 good seasons where you've scored 30 plus goals in all of them seasons, meanwhile winning a Premier League and getting us to 2 Champions League finals. Bearing in mind, we probably lost the first Champions League final because he got injured. If all that means that you are a one-season wonder, then I agree with you. I agree with them haters. But anyway, let's get into the next topic. So I'll keep you updated with the Salah contract. But next that I'd like to talk to you about is Kelleher, and he is looking like, with the short spell that he had with the team, with the first team, which was obviously a very, very good spell, listen, the Irish Iker Casillas and all that, I just want to now know, does this mean, if Kelleher gets a new contract and it's signed, and let's say it's a 4-year extension, and he's the new number 2, does that mean Liverpool are more so going for a safer option based on the fact he's done well over a short period of time and banking on that instead of really going out and investing into a proper new goalkeeper? Because we all know Adrian is going to be leaving the club. At least I believe I saw a report on that. Confirm in the comments down below, but I can 90% say Adrian is going to be leaving Liverpool this summer. Kelleher, I'm not saying he's not suitable for the number 2, but I'm just asking you genuinely, like, wanting to know. I'm going to be reading the comments as I always do. Is that us being safe? Is that FSG maybe saying to Klopp, like, listen, we're going to spend, but we don't have enough money to spend in this area? And one area I have been saying Liverpool need to spend on is the backup goalkeeper. It's been a problem for a long time. We just about covered the first choice, but I've seen teams for years, like Tottenham, like a few years ago, they had Lloris and Michel Vaughan, Manchester United. They've always had 2 good goalkeepers, whether it's De Gea and Romero or De Gea and Henderson, even though they're not as good now. Like I said, until we got Alisson, we never really had like a very, very good goalkeeper besides Pepe Reina, but that was in like 2011 or something like that. So I don't want us to be making mistakes, because we know Alisson can get injured as well. We can't just ignore that. Alisson, for a goalkeeper, is very, very injury prone. He might not miss all the games of the season, but he has periods and spells where he's out for a few weeks. And like I said, he is a goalkeeper. I trust in Irish Casillas, but is it a bit too soon to give him that responsibility as the full-on number 2 for Liverpool Football Club? Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Should we invest into Kelleher, or should we invest into another backup goalkeeper? Because I'm kind of in 2 minds. So, man like Jurgen Klopp is happy with the midfield options that he is currently have and he currently possesses in the squad, basically meaning we're probably not going to go out and buy a replacement for Gini Wijnaldum. Reports suggest that Klopp is genuinely happy with the options that he's got. And I'm saying that like it's a bad thing. Listen, we have got some very, very good midfielders, especially when they're all fit. Oxlade-Chamberlain in 17-18 was boss. And even though he's looked a little bit slow on the ball this year, even though he's actually been fit for a while, we still know he can turn up on his day. He can have moments of brilliance. Naby Keita, another player who's solid when he's fit, but we haven't saw that as much in a Liverpool shirt. James Milner, who even though he's about 36 or something like this, is still a good option. Curtis Jones, who's working his way through. Thiago, Henderson, Fabinho, all these players, good options. But again, we're talking about all this money we're going to spend, and I'm seeing us giving new contracts to Kelleher, and possibly not going to go out and replace Gini Wijnaldum, who, by the way, was a fucking workhorse. He was like one of the only midfielders who didn't get injured this season, and we're not going to replace him. So Basuma, Niehaus, Rodrigo de Paul, friggin' all these players that we linked with, we might as well forget about, because it's like, but for some reason I believe this. I believe we might spend bigger in other areas. It doesn't mean we're not going to get a striker. It doesn't mean we're not going to cover other areas of the pitch. But I thought midfield was obvious. And if Jurgen is happy, then I think that's very, very interesting, especially after this season. But let me know what you think. Do we need to go out and buy a midfield? I kind of expect in the comments to agree with me in saying yes. But I also understand you do want to save some finances, but also, you know, if you keep agreeing players to a new contract, you've always got to shake up. Even Pep Guardiola, even though we lost the Champions League final, he always says it. He said it in the interview the other day with Rio Ferdinand. You have to shake it up. You have to give it a change. Otherwise, you can get caught out. How did Sir Alex Ferguson stay on top for so many years? Loyalty shouldn't really be a thing to players in football. The type of loyalty I want to see Liverpool given to players is when they've retired and they're not doing nothing no more. And if you want to give them a little job on telly or something like that, if you want to get them involved as an ambassador or whatever, boss, but don't be just giving them starts because they've won a Champions League. Otherwise, we'd be seeing Origi starting every single game. And that's what I don't want to see heading into the new season. Inconsistencies. Why was Mane playing when he was in bad form, but Origi weren't playing and weren't really given a chance when we weren't scoring goals? Again, you can play a player back into form, but you know, you've got options on the bench and you're not even using them when you've got injuries. Loads of mad things, and I just wanted to bring that topic up as I thought it was interesting when I saw that report that there's a possibility we might not get a midfielder this summer, especially with Gini heading to Barcelona. So I wanted to get your thoughts on that. But people, before I end this video, I just want to send you over to 888 Sport where the lads had a little discussion. Go and check it out.
Jose Mourinho, fam. Blood, I swear down, yeah. Jose Mourinho. And not only Jose Mourinho and Daniel Levy, blood. And I'll tell you why, blood. I'll tell you why. Jose Mourinho, because you get me, fam. Like, I knew, innit? I knew what I was getting myself into coming into his tenure, innit? I always said, yeah, you lot looked at me like I was an idiot when I said Jose Mourinho can't improve players. He can't do this. He can't do that. I told you lot, yeah. I told you, like, the man that was coming into the club, blood. I told I looked you lot all in your eye, blood. Do you know what I mean? And I told you lot, yeah, that he's a brand. He is a brand, fam. He's literally a brand. That other brother, that Sacramento brother that's throwing his arms, doing up orchestra, he's the one that trains the players. And he ain't good enough, blood.
So if you want to go over and see the full discussion of the boys talking about what was the bigger villain, VAR or the Super League, then listen, mate, go over and click the top link in the description. A juicy topic. And just to answer that question myself, and make sure you go and check that out once you've heard my answer, I am going to say it was VAR, and let me tell you why. VAR is still here and the Super League went after 3 days. I think the impact of VAR has been a lot larger over a longer period of time than the Super League, but that Super League got shut down very, very quick. VAR is still alive, but like I said, go and check that out, top link in the description. Thank you very much for watching today's Redmond Roundup. I know it's a late one, I should really say tonight's Redmond Roundup, but I'm looking a little bit tired. Again, it's a late one, but I thought, why not? Let's get it out there, yeah. But thank you for watching this video. Love every single one of you from the bottom of my heart, and I'll see you all later. Bye.